Hello everyone. Welcome to IAS. Let's discuss today's current affairs. Question 1 with reference to Credit Guarantee Fund for Micro and Small Enterprises, CGTMSE, consider the following statements. 1. All new and existing MSEs in manufacturing or service activity including agriculture and self-help groups, SHGs, can seek loans with CGTMSE cover. 2. A loan can be raised by more than one bank and/or financial institution jointly and/or separately up to 5 crore rupees subject to the ceiling amount of individual lenders. 3. A borrower raises a loan from a microfinance institution and seeks CGTMSE cover. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 only. C. 1, 2, and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is D. All new and existing MSEs in manufacturing or service activity excluding agriculture and self-help groups, SHGs, can seek loans with CGTMSE cover. The Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises, CGTMSE, has upped the coverage ceiling under its Credit Guarantee Fund scheme from 2 crores rupees to 5 crores rupees per borrower for credit facilities extended by lending institutions to micro and small enterprises, MSEs. CGTMSE, set up by the Government of India and SIDBI, provides a guarantee to enable MSEs to access credit, a reduction in guarantee fee for loans up to 1 crore rupees to bring down the cost of credit, and doubled the threshold limit for waiver of legal action by lenders while invoking guarantee to 10 lakh rupees per claim. Question to consider the following statements about. 1. Sections pertaining to sexual harassment and sexual assault of the Indian Penal Code fall within the category of non-cognizable offences. 2. The law also has provision for the registration of a zero FIR, where even if the alleged offence has not been committed within the jurisdiction of the police station approached, the police can file an FIR and transfer it to the police station concerned. 3. Section 166 of the Criminal Law states that if a public servant knowingly disobeys any direction of law including failing to record any information given to him in relation to a cognizable offence, rigorous imprisonment for a term of a minimum of 6 months and a maximum of 2 years can be given, and he shall also be liable to pay a fine. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2, and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is D. The report of the Committee on Amendments to Criminal Law, popularly known as the Justice J. S. Verma Committee, formed in the aftermath of 16th December 2012 Delhi gang rape case, recommended the insertion of a section where if an officer in charge of a police station refuses or without reasonable cause fails to record information related to a cognizable offence, he shall be punished. Based on the committee's recommendation, Section 166 was inserted in the Criminal Law Amendment Act 2013. The section states that if a public servant knowingly disobeys any direction of law including failing to record any information given to him in relation to a cognizable offence, rigorous imprisonment for a term of a minimum of 6 months and a maximum of 2 years can be given, and he shall also be liable to pay a fine. Question 3 with reference to Dimasa people, consider the following statements. 1. They are an ethno-linguistic community presently inhabiting Mizoram and Tripura states in northeastern India. 2. They speak Dimasa, a Tibeto-Burman language. 3. This community is fairly homogeneous and exclusive, with members required to draw from both parents' separate clans. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is D. They are an ethno-linguistic community presently inhabiting in Assam and Nagaland states in northeastern India. Dimasa Kingdom, one of many early states in Assam, was established by these people. The Dimasas were till recently agricultural, centering on shifting agriculture, but in recent times this has changed with profound changes in the community. Following political problems in the 18th century, the Dimasa ruler moved further south in the plains of Kachar and there took place a division among them, with the hills Dimasa maintaining their traditional living and political exclusiveness. The plains Dimasas have made no attempt to assert themselves. Question 4. India and the United Kingdom will jointly create India-UK Net Zero Innovation Virtual Centre. Consider the following statements about this. 1. The platform will bring stakeholders from both countries together to work. 2. Some of the focus areas include the decarbonization of manufacturing processes and transport systems and green hydrogen as a renewable source. Which of the following given above is are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. The answer is C. Question 5. What is the Common Reporting Standard, CRS? 1. It was developed in response to the G20 request and approved by the OECD Council in 2014. 2. It calls on jurisdictions to obtain information from their financial institutions and automatically exchange that information with other jurisdictions on a monthly basis. 3. It sets out the financial account information to be exchanged, the financial institutions required to report, the different types of accounts and taxpayers covered, as well as common due diligence procedures to be followed by financial institutions. Which of the following given above is are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 only. The answer is B. It calls on jurisdictions to obtain information from their financial institutions and automatically exchange that information with other jurisdictions on an annual basis. India is pressing for expanding the scope of the Common Reporting Standard, CRS, at the G20 to include non-financial assets, like real estate properties, under the Automatic Exchange of Information, AOI, among OECD countries. Presently, the OECD's Automatic Exchange of Information, AOI, framework provides for sharing of financial account details among signatory countries with the aim to check tax evasion. In August 2022, the OECD also approved the Crypto Asset Reporting Framework, CARF, which provides for the reporting of tax information on transactions in crypto assets in a standardized manner, with a view to automatically exchanging such information. Question 6. Consider the following statements about Y-20 pre-summit. 1. The Y-20 pre-summit under the aegis of G20 held in Jammu. 2. The Y-20 pre-summit meeting is focused on the 5 Y-20 themes of shared future. 3. The Y-20 is one of the official engagement groups of the G20 and is organizing discussions pan-India to consult the youth of the nation on ideas for a better tomorrow and draft an agenda for action. Which of the following given above is are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is D. The Y-20 pre-summit under the aegis of G20 was held in Leh. The Y-20 pre-summit meeting is focused on the 5 Y-20 themes of shared future, which include youth in democracy and governance, future of work, Industry 4.0, innovation and 21st century skills, climate change and disaster risk reduction, making sustainability a way of life, peace building and reconciliation, ushering in an era of no war and health, well-being and sports. Question 7 with reference to medical devices, consider the following statements. 1. India's medical devices sector is regulated by the Drugs and Cosmetics Act of 1940 primarily. 2. National Medical Devices Policy 2023 aim is to achieve a 10 to 12% global market share in the next 25 years, with the immediate short-term goal is to be $50 billion industry by 2030. 3. Apparently, the US dominates the global market on medical devices with a 40% market share, followed by Europe and Japan at 25 and 15% respectively. Which of the following given above is are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. Answer is C. With the new policy in place, the centre aims to reduce India's import dependence to nearly 30% in the next couple of years and become one of the top 5 global manufacturing hubs. The policy push is to look at export-driven manufacturing of high-end offerings, which are also affordable to Indian hospitals and laboratories while reducing import dependence significantly. India's medical devices sector is regulated by the Drugs and Cosmetics Act of 1940 primarily. And the industry has been asking for a specific policy on medical devices. In February 2020, the centre notified changes in the Medical Devices Rules 2017 to regulate medical devices on the same lines as drugs under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940. This was actually necessitated after revelations about faulty hip implants marketed by Johnson & Johnson, exposing the lack of regulatory teeth when it came to medical devices. Question 8. Consider the following statements about biojet fuel, also known as Sustainable Aviation Fuel, SAF. 1. It is produced using homegrown technology from cooking oil and seeds of oil-bearing plants. 2. Depending on the feedstock and technologies used to produce it, SAF can reduce life cycle GHG emissions dramatically compared to conventional jet fuel. 3. SAF gives an impressive reduction of up to 80% in carbon emissions over the life cycle of the fuel compared to the traditional jet fuel it replaces. Which of the following given above is are correct? A. 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is C. SAF stands for Sustainable Aviation Fuel. It's produced from sustainable feedstocks and is very similar in its chemistry to traditional fossil jet fuel. Using SAF results in a reduction in carbon emissions compared to the traditional jet fuel it replaces over the life cycle of the fuel. Some typical feedstocks used are cooking oil and other non-palm waste oils from animals or plants, solid waste from homes and businesses, such as packaging, paper, textiles, and food scraps that would otherwise go to landfill or incineration. Other potential sources include forestry waste, such as waste wood, and energy crops, including fast-growing plants and algae. Air BP's SAF is currently made from used cooking oil and animal waste fat. Thank you, everyone. Do subscribe to this channel. Use code SPLIVE to join Unacademy.